Welcome to today's Take a Sip podcast, episode number 7. Is that right?
Yeah, probably around there. But we've had a few draft runs in between that.
Okay, so today we have a special guest speaker here, all the way from Melbourne. So give us a wave, Tyrelle.
We're waiting.
But you can all wave. So thank you so much for jumping on our podcast today. So take a sip, ladies. What are you all drinking?
Cold coffee for me.
Yeah, I second the cold coffee.
They're always drinking cold coffee.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do have a Coke, so I need some caffeine in my life.
Yeah, look, caffeine in any forms is great.
It's Wednesday. Whatever works. I've got water. I'm a bit boring, but I need that hydration right now. So, yes, so Tyrelle, you are the owner and founder of Kepler Keychains, an Australian legal safety keychain. And I've recently discovered through the lovely Jo, who's connected Business Home Society with you. And I know you've got a real story to share today. So I love listening to how women start businesses or just an organization or just any idea. So today we're going to delve into your story. Some things that Jo mentioned is you have a bit of a fear of being on social media, and I think a lot of us have had that sort of fear, and some still haven't. So it's something we really speak about here on Business Mums. And then we're going to be listening to the growth that you've experienced. So, hi everyone, my name is Carla Philippakis. Today I am here with Karma Germanos and Jo Diaz, so the lovely co-host here for Take a Sip. So thank you again, Tyrelle, for coming on this podcast today.
It's my absolute...
So can I just ask, Jo, how did you meet Tyrelle? How did you come across?
Honestly, I think it was, I'm fuzzy on the memory because I remember when the first time I ever remember hearing about Kepler was through a different, like a Facebook business group.
Okay.
And I remember seeing, I think you posted or someone had shared something of yours. And I thought, oh, that's a really interesting idea, what she does. And look, she'll explain it obviously a lot better than what I can explain it. But, and I just remember then going off and following her Instagram and then kind of following her along the journey, just being like the silent creeper in the background. But I loved her story and I loved the idea behind her products. And I think it's really amazing. So, yeah, thanks for coming on, Tyrelle.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, and finding me, and here we all are.
The magic of social media. There you go.
Yes.
And people always say, "Oh, I don't want to. I'm so scared of jumping on social media. I've got an account, but I just look at accounts." And then you hear that sort of connection, and it's just amazing to hear. And especially with Karma. Karma's all over social media.
I feel scared all the time.
So there you go. And today, Karma's come onto this podcast, and she's like, "Who is Tyrelle from Kepler?" So there you go. So, Karma, anything you want to ask before we dive into her journey?
Yes. What is a safety keychain?
What is a safety keychain?
The girls won't tell me.
So a safety keychain is an all-in-one legal item that you can take with you, leave in your car, leave in your handbag. And it's got tools on it that can help you in different emergency situations. So the laws in Australia are extremely strict. Obviously, we have all know kind of different countries have different rules. For instance, like America, you can carry taser, you can carry pepper spray, you can carry like knives, all sorts of scary full-on things. And Australian laws are very, very different. So I put together an all-in-one safety keychain that has a personal alarm that's 130 decibels. So that's designed to attract attention and like deter kind of would-be attackers. So, I mean, you don't have to be like physically handled before you use it. Bit of karate chop there. You don't have to be kind of physically handled before you use it. Like if you're being followed, or if there's a sketchy guy kind of just talking to you and you're like, back off, and they won't leave you alone, you can pull that alarm, and it kind of shocks them. They don't expect that kind of thing. As soon as that alarm will go off, like if you're in a shopping center or like a area, people are going to turn around. And the thing with people that have ill intent, they don't like an audience. So they don't want to be, looked at or anything like that. So that's why there's the personal alarm on it. It also has a pen that doubles as a car window breaker. So it's got a really pointy tip. And I went to a car wreckers myself and smashed windows, and that was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. And it's also got a car seatbelt cutter. So that's obviously, if your seatbelt gets jammed or you can't reach like the buckle, if you're, have an accident and you can't reach it or anything like that, then you can kind of instantly cut your seatbelt, and it's really quick. And then the last thing it's got is just a little spray bottle with you can put hand sanitizer in it. So we all know that things like pepper spray are illegal in Australia, except WA, and the Northern Territory just started a 12-month trial for it at the start of this month, September. And we all know that's all illegal in other states, as Victoria and Sydney. But yeah, you can kind of put hand sanitizer in, or your favorite perfume, and use that. So, and it's all on one kind of safety keychain. So it's an all-in-one grab and not think about and just have device.
That's amazing. So I can see your background is full of them, and I believe you sent some products to us up here in Sydney. So we're going to open it in a moment.
But the ladies haven't seen them. I made sure to hide it from them because I knew that they hadn't seen them before, and I really wanted to get their real and raw reaction as to what they think a safety keychain is, because I think there's a really big misconception around what they think it is and then what it actually looks like, because I was quite surprised. So
you're going to show us, Joe, as we're looking through them. The next thing I'm going to ask you is I want to know why you started. So we're going to open them. So thank you, Joe. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so thanks, Joe. Here is your product.
There they are.
It's amazing. It's so sparkly. Oh my god.
Look at it.
I know. I just like so pretty.
So cute.
So it's so pretty, but yet it's going to be so safe for us. So let's open it up. Ready, Kama? All right.
It's like a Labubu unboxing.
My girls would love it.
I know, it's like a Labubu unboxing.
Oh, wow, damn. You can just use this to whack people with it. This is amazing.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
My daughters would be obsessed with this. And blue's my favorite color.
This is amazing.
This is so cute.
I love this.
The pom-pom?
There we
So
go.
hang on, does it go on your wrist? Like that?
Yeah, like you can hold it like that's what it's kind of designed to do. Yeah.
I'm very dramatic. Sorry, Tyrelle. Who's going to test the...
Could put Carla's poor neighbours.
I bought something like a cheaper one, but it wouldn't stop beeping. I'm
No.
like, to my husband, kill it.
Drown it.
Yeah.
This is unreal. All right.
This is very, very good quality.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
I've actually thrown the alarm on the road a couple of times and really put it through its paces. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, so you got to tell me what each one is for. So tell me the features. All right. So this goes on my wrist there. All right, tell me. All right, this is for...
So the pom-pom's just just a cute accessory, like a little fidget kind of situation. And then if it's in your bag and you're digging around for it, it's something that you kind of feel straight away and grab out. And it's cute.
It is
It's
cute.
cute.
Yeah, it's so cute. This will appeal to all the teens.
Yeah. Wow, this is amazing.
My
All right,
girls,
this.
my girls want to go by bus.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll let them down.
Okay, what's this one?
So that's the spray bottle in a little pouch.
How do I open it?
Oh, does it just come out the side?
Like that?
Oh, yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
just pop it open. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can, just that's refillable, and like the pouch as well is really handy. I keep my AirPods in one as well.
All right, amazing. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I feel like a little kid.
I know.
Yeah, it's so good for us.
Ah, it's an actual pen.
All right, this one?
Yeah.
Ah.
So yeah, that's the pen. It's an actual pen, and also the other end of it, so the pointy end. That's the car window breaker.
This
So
bit.
you smash that, and
Car
see you
window
later, window.
I did see that video actually that you did. She went
Yeah.
to like a wrecking yard and just started smashing all the windows to test it.
That was a lot of fun.
All right, this one?
That would have been so much fun.
That's the personal alarm. So you need to pull out that little plastic thing on the
Plastic bit?
side to kind of, yeah. So you need to pull that out to kind of, attach the battery. And then to activate it, you just pull that pin. It stays in the pin. Like there's other alarms that you pull the pin and like it's really hard to get back in. But this one, you pull it and it activates straight away, and then you just push it back down. And it's with, you can
What are we
reuse the
pulling,
batteries.
sorry?
That plastic bit.
Sorry?
Ah.
So the plastic
And
bit,
then-
I'm guessing, is the battery bit, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, just pull that
Okay.
out, and then you can pull the pin, and it'll be loud.
I'm scared.
I'm a bit scared too.
Okay, should I pull it?
What pen?
This, ready?
Oh, that.
1, 2.
That's loud.
I'm too weak. I'm too weak. Any take the plastic off for me?
Hold on.
I have no chance.
So once that's out, then it's easier to.
I can't get mine out either. Ah, got it. All right.
Stay away.
No, you pull the top. Hard, pull hard. Pull.
I love it.
Wow.
Okay, and then it also doubles as a light.
Yeah, it's got a little LED light as well. Yeah, but the alarm itself, so 130 decibels is the equivalent of a jackhammer, or like the loudest rock concert ever recorded. So it's like at 160 decibels, you're like perforating an eardrum. So it's loud, very loud.
We all have headphones.
And this?
That's the seatbelt cutter. So you just pull that black cover and you expose the blade, and then just slice the seatbelt, and you're good to go.
A bit scared, but okay.
So I did a video on that a couple of days ago as well. Like I just sliced the seatbelt. It's instant. Like it's really good actually. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah. So rolling onto socials, since you touched on that,
Yeah.
you're quite good at really explaining like what each of the accessories are, and like what each of the different components are, and I guess like situations in which you would use them. Were you always quite confident on social media?
Oh, absolutely not. No, not at all. So before this business, I kind of dabbled in textured artwork. So I did kind of commission artwork. That was more of a me thing. Like I needed to have a kind of an outlet as a new mum to, do something that was mine. But I was terrified to go on social media. So that particular, I had Instagram for that account as well. And you see one photo of me. I've put up hundreds of videos, and there's one photo of me on that whole Instagram page. So coming on to changing then to Kepler, so starting this business was fully out of my comfort zone and definitely something that I'd never done before. So I remember making that decision because I wanted to be the face. I wanted to, because it was so personal to me. And I wanted to reach kind of other females, and I needed to be, I knew I needed to be the face of it. So I
Yeah.
remember the first kind of, God, 10, 20 videos, I videoed myself doing something, and then I'd look at it and go, no, no, don't like it. And then video it again. No, need do it again. Video it again and go, oh no, there's something in the background that I don't like. And like, it was just, I was my own worst enemy, but I needed to go through that process to
Yeah.
kind of get more confident. But yeah, the early days, like I look back at some of my videos and like I even think they were cringe, but now these days I do the video and I go, yeah, that's fine. Like there's trash in the background, or like there's, a dirty dish there. I don't care. Like
Yeah.
it's the more real that you
Yeah.
are, I think, on social media, the better. And you don't need the pristine house behind you. You don't need, the polished, scripted, done it 100 times, and taken the best cut. You don't need any of that. You just need to get in front and give it a go.
Yeah.
And they say that,
And be out
I
there.
always think as well, practice makes not perfect, but better.
Yeah.
So the more you practice, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get and the easier it's going to get. But yeah, you got to get through those cringe days to get
You
to that
do,
point.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, like, what made you start this? Like, come on, it's a pretty rare product, business, everything, you know what I mean? It's not something we all just think, hey, I'm going to design this safety thing and it's aimed at women and blah, blah, blah. Like, how did you get to this journey? Please share. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, no, I mean, the journey starts in a really like scary place, sadly. And so the reason why I started Kepler was I mean, it was around, it was about May or June last year. My husband and I went to the movies for a date night, Saturday night, usual thing. We sat second row from the back, and halfway through the movie, a guy behind us that was sitting alone, he took a phone call on, like and he was loud. He didn't care. So he was on the phone talking to his mate, and my husband politely turned around. He's like a gentle giant. He's just said, mate, can you just take that outside, please? Like, we weren't rude in the absolute slightest. And the exit was about 8 steps away. So it wasn't even like you had to, get around people or whatever. Anyway, he went ballistic at us. So he just started going, "What the f did you say to me?" I don't know if I can swear or that.
All
Anyway,
good.
what
All
the?
good. Yep, we can beep it out. It's all good.
All right, all right. Do you want me to? Like, is that all right?
Go for
Go
it.
for it. It's all good.
So, he's like, "What the fuck did you say to me? Don't fucking talk to me like that. I'm gonna break your fucking jaw. Who the fuck do you think you are telling me what to do? You fucking piece of shit." Like, just ballistic, like
You're
absolutely
watching
ballistic.
a movie?
Yeah, yeah. And we just froze. We just couldn't believe that that was happening, and we both just absolutely froze. You never know what you're gonna do in those moments, but in that moment, we were both just like, "What's happening?" Like, I remember thinking, "Oh my God, is he gonna like stand up and like kick us in the head?" Or it was insane. So I put my hands up and I'm like, "Look, I'm sorry, like sorry." And he's like, "Don't you fucking talk to me, you little," and then he used the C word, and "Don't talk to me, you fucking little, you know, I'm gonna fuck you up." And then he said, "I'm gonna meet you after them. I'm gonna find you after the movies. I'm gonna fucking break your jaw for talking to me like that." Just full on. And we were both just like stunned, like frozen and stunned. And then he got up and left, and we both looked at each other and we're like, "What just happened? Like, what just happened?" And then he came back a minute later and he's like, "I haven't fucking forgotten about you. Like, I'll be fucking waiting," and then walked out again. So we instantly like changed seats. Like, we snuck around and changed seats. And I like crouched down in the corner and like called, because I knew the police station was about a minute drive. And the police called the local, the shopping centre security. And then they came into the movie theatre, and we kind of waved them down. And I was like, "This is what's happened." And they're like, "Meet us here after the movies. We'll come in like a minute before the movie ends and we'll walk you out." And we're like, "Thank you." So then we had to sit in the movie theatre for an hour, like literally like terrified. And then we came out, we met the security guard, came out, and he'd waited an hour for us. he had waited outside, and my
No
husband was
way.
like, turn around. Yeah. My husband was like, turn around. I don't want him to see your face. Because as soon as he saw us with security, he started to walk away, and then another security guard followed him. So we both turned around and, were like, just get him out of here kind of thing. And the security guard said to us after, like, it was lucky you called us, because the way that he was looking at you guys, he was gonna do something. So we came home. Yeah, it was terrifying. So we came home, and I did laps in the backyard for about 20 minutes because I was just like full of adrenaline and terrified and like just processing what had just happened. And then the next day I sat down, because that shopping center, I go there all the time. I walk around with my, 5-year-old son. We, have hot chocolates there and play there. And I was just like, I don't feel safe going there anymore. And it took ages for me to actually kind of go back to that section. But I didn't know what to do. So I just started Googling what was available, what was legal, and then just did a massive deep dive into all these different products and found that there wasn't really much out there in Australia that was like this. So I'm like, stuff it, I'm going to make it myself. And instead of, using that fear to then make something good of it.
Wow. Tyrelle, that's insane. You
Yeah,
go to your local shopping centre, you go to see a movie, have your date night, or go with, girlfriends or whoever. You just think, okay, you go into a safe space. Nothing should be putting you in that situation. Yet this guy was just on a mission full of anger and who knows what would he have done. And then you had to go search for something and it wasn't available. But yet you just created it. Like, far out, that's a woman thing, eh? That's amazing. Oh my God, amazing. But far out, man, I'm just like dumbfounded.
I'm just so
Imagine us
Having
going to the
anxiety.
Imagine us going to the shops now, ladies, and then something like that happens. Like,
I'd be going to the next suburb.
it's why that fear that people just take away from
Like
you.
looking back at your shoulders. Like for yourself, it's like you can defend yourself, but then you have your own child, so.
Well, yeah, that's the bit that I was sort of like, well, if that's your local shopping centre and then I would have to go back there, like I would just have so much anxiety about putting my son in that situation. Like, what if we bump into this guy? What if he genuinely remembers who we are? Could he hurt my child? Like what do I do in that situation?
Yeah. To this day, I still,
Wow.
yeah, to this day, I still, whenever I'm in that kind of section of the supermarket, I'm on super high alert, like super high alert.
I bet.
So,
Okay, so developing a product is really, really hard. So you said this happened early last year. Like, okay, so it's now, what are we? September 2025. How the heck did you do this in such a short amount of time? Like, you must have just went research, developing it. It's so cute. Like, Karma's got 2 teenage girls. Like, I'm loving it right now, but imagine the teenage girls. Like, you really had to develop, I don't know, in such a critical way, you know what I mean? So tell us
And
how you
also
did
just
it.
making sure that it's like Australian legal because there's so much red tape around that in general.
So tell us about that journey, that experience.
Yeah, so first of all, I had to just first make sure that I was happy with all the products I was putting on it and research, what was legal. So I spoke to police officers before I even put it out there. I took it on plane rides. I took it to, and I didn't just go to one police officer. I spoke to 5 police officers and, asked their opinion. Like, I even still do, some kind of, some cafes do coffee with a cop. So I go there and I show them and I meet people and they're like, this is incredible. Like this is really fantastic. So the research kind of side of things was a big part of it. I ordered 15 or so personal alarms and tested them all and, kind of did a pros and cons list. Like, what do I want on here? I want them to be durable. I want the batteries to be replaced. I don't exactly, so there's other personal alarms that are rechargeable, but I didn't want that because, I don't know, if you forget to charge it, I forget, like everything these days, especially being like a busy mum.
Everything needs to be
So
charged these days too.
yeah, so I wanted something that, ticked all those boxes. So ordered a bunch of samples, tried them all out myself, like gave them to friends, got their opinions as well. But I was a woman on a mission. Like every
Yeah.
night I'd be sitting there for hours researching different things, like ordering different things, and then like I had to get insurance, and that was difficult because not
Yeah.
like a lot of insurance companies were like, oh, that's a bit too much. Like, no, it's fine. Like, and I found the right insurance company, and
Okay.
and obviously got insured in the end. But yeah, it was a big undertaking. I don't think I realized how big it was going to be, but as I said, woman on a mission. I was dedicated. Yeah,
Good
and
on you, girlfriend. Oh my God. I just
So
want to give you a big hug right now.
can I ask where does why Kepler? Where did the name come from?
I want to say something cool and fun, but unfortunately, I just wanted, so I wanted to just have the name that started with a K to go with Keychains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I want to say something fun. I mean, my name's pretty out there, so I thought, oh, let's just, just think of a quiet, like a simple, easy to kind of remember
Rolls off the
word, and
tongue.
then
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah, it's not very exciting. Sorry.
Wow.
That's all good.
Okay. So you put it on social media, like you got a website, like how did that
Yeah,
start? Like especially
yeah. So
for
I
you
just
that were
started.
saying, social media was a hard one. So you thought you're just going to go out there, record videos, showcase it to everyone, and looking back now, it's in our hands here in Sydney. Wow.
Yeah, that's it. So I just I'd never even been on TikTok. I needed to download the app and like sign up for it before like a month or two before I actually started. So I didn't even know what TikTok was, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's how kind of foreign like TikTok was. I knew Instagram quite well, but yeah, I just sucked it up and started doing videos. And at night, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. Like at night, I was laying in bed going, "Oh, that's a good video idea," and I'd have like
Always.
a pen and paper. Oh my god, your brain just never shuts off, does it?
Yeah.
So I was
Welcome to
doing
our
that,
world.
like, yeah. I was doing that for like months, like beforehand as well, just all these different ideas, getting them on paper, getting the videos done when I could. And then, yeah, started in October and then just kind of kept growing. A big break for me came when I sent my keychains to Blue Eyed Kayla Jade. She's
Okay. Yeah.
she's a really big on TikTok. She's got like 2.1, I think, million followers. And I sent a couple of keychains to her because she had a scary experience, and it wasn't paid or anything. I just went, here, have some keychains. This is what I do. And then she showed them on two separate videos to everyone. And I sold 75 keychains in like a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
The power
that
of
really
collaborations.
kind of put me out there and like
Yeah.
got the word out, and I sold out. And yeah, I've just been kind of plugging along and reaching out to people, and just getting out there. You got to put yourself out there.
So, what would you say to people who, because obviously, like when you did the influencer thing, it's really a gamble because you send it to them and it's really dependent on them whether they decide to show it on their social media or not because you're just gifting them this product with no strings attached. In hindsight, obviously now you knew that it was because of that it was successful, but there's so many people out there that say, well, I don't want to send my products because I don't know that they actually, is it going to be worth it? Do you think it's worth the investment to doing that?
Good question.
I think it's worth it if you kind of know like not know them personally, but you can't just reach out to randos and just go, hey, like, here's a keychain, because they don't know who I am. If I haven't followed them or interacted with them at all, then they're not going to be as inclined, I don't think, to show your product. And it's also, like you said, it's an absolute gamble. You have to also just understand that if you do send them to them, then there's no guarantee, and you'll just have to take that out of like your marketing budget or something like that, and then just take the loss if they don't. And then if they do and it's a really good win for your business, then that's just a bonus. But yeah, I reckon just following them first, kind of, not being so cold when you
Yeah.
do approach them. And I wasn't, she went through a bad experience the same as I did, so kind of she could relate to me and I could relate to her. I also wrote her like a handwritten massive note, and I didn't say show it to everyone. I just said, if you want, like, that would mean so much, and getting the word out about these products and why they exist and how, like, how to purchase them, and just kind of putting a bit of a personal touch on it too. So yeah.
I think it's also important in your case especially, was that the alignment was there. It wasn't you just cold sending things to someone hoping that they will do you a solid and post it on their socials, but it was because she had gone through something and you had a product that was specifically made for people in that situation that made it so that this makes sense, this collaboration makes sense. And
Yeah.
you did your research, you found out who she was, you found out that her audience is obviously people that could relate to your product. Because I think also that's one of the big things, that people will just cold send product out to everyone, and then they're like, oh, but they're not getting back to me, or they didn't post, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that. It's like, okay, but does your product relate to their audience?
That's exactly right. And I wouldn't have known to send anything to her if I wasn't active on watching her and watching her stories and videos. And that's the reason why I did. So if you want to, send PJs to an influencer that has like young kids, you'd watch you'd watch their stories, you'd watch their videos and kind of get a bit of an understanding of them and go, oh, your son Joshua might love these PJs. Like, I see he likes dinosaurs, or there's got to be a little bit of a connection there, I think, to give it a bit more hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Karma, do you want to add anything?
So it's a fantastic product, especially like teenage girls. So trying to let them venture out is going to be the next step. So I love this product. It's very important that we emphasise safety for boys and girls. Like, we always focus on the girls. I have teenage girls, but I also have teenage nephews, and just letting know that this product is also available for them. Maybe you can do like a boy version.
I was going to ask, do you have different designs?
Because I don't think my nephews will walk around.
I've got 2 adult sons. There's no way they're wearing these.
Maybe take the fluffiness.
I do.
Maybe that's another, I reckon that's a gap in the market there.
Unless tell us about, is there different colours? Is it aimed at different? Tell us a bit about that.
Look, I am predominantly aimed at women, but I do also have just a plain black design. And I do sell the alarms separately. So kids don't need like a seatbelt cutter and a pen window breaker. But the personal alarms come in like black, blue, pink, and purple. So like a boy, could use the black, like the black's kind of neutral, and not all women love the pom pom, like the colorful, so there's definitely the black designs as well. They're my most popular, actually, the black ones, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
We're girly girls.
We're such girly girls, but my son would look at this. Actually, no, I'll lie. He does love pink. So I feel like he's going to steal this from me and then try to get the dog to fetch it.
It's going to be nice and sloppy for you.
So Tyrelle, what's next for Kepler? What's on the horizon?
Lots of stuff. Some stuff I can't talk about because it's still in the works. But I can say it's a very big Australian brand, and we're just watch this space. Also working with like charities. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon with the Painted Man. They do. It's a charity. They you paint a fingernail blue, and that sparks like, oh, why is your fingernail blue for? Oh, that's for the Painted Man. It's to help women and children escape domestic violence. So I'll be doing a giveaway with them. I'm going to the Esker Bags Ball next weekend, which is another charity that I support. And I don't know, my biggest goal this year, and I haven't done it yet, but it's up there, is to be on like TV. So I want to be on Sunrise
Let's do
or
this,
kind of
baby.
some kind of morning TV show. So that's my big goal. And the more I do, the more people I interact with, the more people that interact with me. I'm like, this isn't a dream anymore. Like it's gonna happen, I reckon.
You're doing it.
You do.
Yeah.
You're living the dream, baby.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing
So-
how like a product, can just change your whole life?
I know.
Yeah.
And as much as it came from such a negative experience, the fact that you've like taken it and turned it into this positivity, not for just for yourself, but for people in general to feel safer.
Your community, but not just your local community, your Australian community, and maybe even the world.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. But can I just say, your face says it all. You just the way you're speaking, you're glowing, and all those goals you're saying, you're going to get there because I can just see it in your eyes. Like you're just so super passionate. Like Joe said, it was such a negative thing, but yet you're turning it into something that's making an impact for so many people. Like, and you're our first, guest speaker on this podcast. Like, and like it's amazing. Like, and I love supporting other businesses. That's what I do with Business Mom Society, and that's why I started it. But I can definitely see you, shining. It's
You get out what you put in.
Yeah,
And
can't even see it in a
inspiring, but just with everything, yourself, Tyrelle, just even this podcast, even our own businesses.
yeah.
The more we put in, the more comes out, and it helps encourage you to keep going because there's always ups and downs with businesses, and usually a lot of downs. But you need to just focus on what the goal is and keep moving.
And it's important, you've got to have those goals. So with Business Mum Society, we've got so many members, and I just say to them, you don't have to tackle them all at once. Put your short-term ones, put your long-term ones, and enjoy the journey. If you're going to go out there and go, oh my God, I can't get up today, or I'm just hating the ride, like just refocus, realign those goals. If you're going to go into business and just wake up unhappy, just
You're
realign.
Because you've got to follow what your passion is. What are you passionate about? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
That means you haven't found it, and you just got to keep searching.
But I can't see Tyrelle going for that. Can't you just see it? I can feel it. Don't you just want to give her a hug? Virtual. Hang on, ready?
I've already tacked mine ready to go.
I know she's just like, I'm taking it.
So thanks for sending those products to us today. That's super amazing. I mean, look, you've already told us here, and once it's on the podcast, it's going to be, spread all over Sydney here, and this is this Australian wide, this podcast? Is that a stupid question? But can everyone use it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, see, I'm just not the digital person. But anyway, all good. But no, I really think it's such a great product, and I'd love to see this on the news and on the Sunrise or wherever. So keep going, girlfriend. Amazing. So thanks so much for coming on our podcast today. It's been a real honour and pleasure having you, and I can't wait to see what's in store.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for saying yes to this.
Not knowing what
It's a no-brainer. Like getting out there, talking to other like passionate women, like that's what it's all about too. It's not. I feel like sometimes I'm in this alone doing it, like owning a small business alone, but you're not. Like there's so many other women out there that are just as passionate as me, and there you are.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. We'll wrap it up here for the day. We'll keep in touch, and we can't wait to see your journey, and you can follow our journeys as well, because we're three business mums here, not just on Business Mum Society, but I run a kids YouTube channel, so I'm all about preschool early learning. Karma is in the
social media photography section. Wow, can't even talk.
And Joe,
We follow each other. She knows what I do.
marketing queen.
Yeah.
Yep. No, but if you ever are in Sydney, you can come along and you can come along and meet us, and we'd love to meet you in person.
100%. But you never know, we might come down to Melbourne.
Oh, yes.
I've got goals
great
as well that I like to see achieved. So, but yeah, definitely we'll keep connecting. So thank you once again, and I'm going to take this product and just let everyone know about it because it's amazing. So thank you once again, Tyrell. Have a brilliant
Thank
day,
you.
and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye.